present for your enjoyment a District 4 and Pennsylvania Heartland Conference matchup between the visiting Panthers of Bloomsburg High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Aaron Demansky, along with Tyler Hodge. Tonight we continue our coverage of Red Tornado basketball on WKMC as Mount Carmel area hosts Bloomsburg in a Heartland Conference girls basketball matchup. Big Red coming to today's game at 9-1 for Coach Lisa Verano. Tornadoes are fresh off of their exciting come from behind dub against Southern Columbia 41-40, and they are ranked 4th in the state on max preps. And Hodge, there are some glaring similarities in their opponent tonight, the Panthers.
Yeah, Bloomsburg comes in also at 9-1, last win against Loyal Sock for a 43-31, and Max Preps has Bloomsburg ranked at number 2 in the state.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
If you have not done so, we ask you to remove your hats and face the flag located in the south end of the gym as we honor our country as MCA senior vocalist Caitlin Fernandez proudly performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we held, at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Mount Carmel area's Caitlin Fernandez, beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Athletic Director Greg Sakavich will be bringing us our starting lineups for this evening.
Tonight's contest for our friends, the Panthers from Bloomsburg High School. Wearing number 5, a junior, Maddie Devine. Wearing number 10, a sophomore, Bella Pistoria. Wearing number 11, a junior, Bryn Zentner. Wearing number 25, a senior, Madeline Evans. And rounding out the Panthers lineup, wearing number 32, a senior, Alyssa Schumann. Bloomsburg is coached by head coach John Whitman, assisted by Todd Morozic, Robert Zuckel, Jana Ward, and Dick Klingerman. And now your starting lineup for your 2022-23 Mount Carmel area Varsity Red Tornado girls basketball team. Wearing number 2, a junior, Ava Chapman. Wearing number 21, a senior, Rachel Witkowski. Wearing number 24, a senior, Katie Witkowski. Wearing number 10, a senior, Jenna Pozzoli. And rounding out the Tornado lineup, wearing number 42, a senior, Alyssa Reisinger.
Well, Hodge, we have our second big game in this gymnasium this week, Tuesday night. Red Tornadoes defeating Southern Columbia 41-40. Tonight, Bloomsburg comes to town, highly ranked in the state, as are the Tornadoes. Should be a great contest for us.
In our packed house here at the big gym.
A lot of folks looking forward to this game tonight. Tornadoes are going to be in their traditional home whites, Bloomsburg visiting red. Tip's going to be taking place shortly. On the floor for Bloomsburg, 5, Maddie Devine, 10, Bella Pistoia, 11, Brenna Zentner, 25, Madeline Evans, and 32, Alyssa Schumann. For the Big Red, 2, Ava Chapman, 10, Jenna Pizzoli, 21, Rachel Witkowski, 24, Katie Witkowski, and 42, Alyssa Reisinger. Ready for our opening tip, and we're off. Chapman controlling for the Red Tornadoes. Our contest underway. Witkowski.
Bloomsburg comes out in a 2-3 zone. I'll tell you what, right off the bat, Aaron, Bloomsburg is tall and long, just from the opening tip there.
Tornadoes getting it back. Pizzoli shot, no good. She gets her own rebound. Kicks it out, back inside. Reisinger looking, shoots. No good. Rebound, Panthers.
And a tie up. It's going to be Bloomsburg's possession.
Maddie Devine going to inbound. Zentner going to bring it up the floor.
Now Carmel in a 2-3 zone.
Inside, outside. Dishing it around. Panthers getting a look inside. Devine with the shot, no good. Evans on the putback, no good. And Reisinger controlling it for the Tornadoes. Officials blowing it dead.
Gonna get a foul. Gonna get a foul on Bloomsburg. Got her with the hold. Be on number 11.
No score early on here. Tornadoes going to have it. Katie Witkowski going to inbound to Rachel Witkowski, bringing it up the floor.
Bloomsburg comes in a 2-3 zone, and they're taking a play out of Southern's playbook, Shaden to Reisinger's side. Inside
to Pizzoli, shots no good. Reisinger grabs it. Katie Witkowski getting it with the putback. Great job by number 2-4. Early 2-0 lead for the Big Red.
Yep, the Bloomsburg Shaden to Reisinger's side. She had a good look at the basket, and Katie Witkowski came in for the rebound and put it back in. Nice screen there by 25 for Bloomsburg. Evans.
Shot no good. Tornadoes controlling. Reisinger with the board. Pizzoli pushing it up to Chapman. Back to Pizzoli. Working around the perimeter. Katie Witkowski will look inside the Chapman. Alyssa.
Going right at her.
Shot just short. Evans pulling it down for Bloomsburg. Inside.
Looks like Mount Carmel left number 10 for Bloomsburg. Pistoia wide open underneath on the block, but they recovered on the defensive end to get a knockaway. Good recovery there by Mount Carmel on defense.
Maddie Devine going to inbound.
Go to too high look at the foul line. A 5-second call. Good defense there by Mount Carmel on the out-of-bounds play to get a 5-second call.
Our first of the season.
That's compliments to the defense there by Mount Carmel girls.
Tornadoes have it. Rachel bringing it up court. 2-1, taking some looks. Dishes to Chapman.
They're sitting in a 2-3, but Shaden to Reisinger's side.
Nice play by number 32, Alyssa Schumann, for the Panthers. Snags it. Rachel almost gets it back. Chapman does deliver. And Witkowski going to control it for the Tornadoes. Inside, Chapman. Shot off the board.
Looked like it was knocked away. And it's going to stay Mount Carmel's ball.
Tornadoes going to maintain possession. 5:36 left in the first. Early 2-0 lead. Inbound to Pizzoli. Shot. Rims out.
Knocked away by Bloom. Good hustle there by Katie Witkowski. Oh, he reversed it. He pointed to Mount Carmel, but reversed it. Bloomsburg's ball.
Panthers going to have it.
A couple hands in there.
Zentner bringing it up court.
Mount Carmel's packing it in the paint there. Good steal.
Witkowski pushing up to Chapman. Inside
pass.
the Reisinger.
Nice pass by Chapman.
Officials blow it dead.
And Pistoia with the foul there, number 10 for Bloomsburg. Nice pass, though, by Chapman to get to Reisinger. Had a good look. It's a good foul, though, for Bloomsburg. Put her on the foul line, have her shoot 2.
Reisinger to the stripe. Sydney Reed checking in for the Red Tornadoes. Alyssa going to have her second foul shot shortly. And that drops. Tornadoes up 3-0, 5:15 left in the first.
Mount Carmel went to the bench there with Sydney Reed. She's in the game for Rachel Lukoski.
Evans back to Zentner. Devine and Chapman were tangled up. Jump ball.
Mount Carmel's ball. Good hands there by Mount Carmel defense. Bloomsburg looks, they just got to settle in here a little bit, working inside.
23, Cassie McGinley checking in for the Panthers. Pizzoli bringing it up the floor. Driving,
nice
shot.
Screen, just short.
Evans grabbing the board for the Panthers. Zentner.
Yes.
Taking a look, no call. Panthers inside. Evans' shot was no good.
Physical.
Zentner grabs it, dishes over, inside again. Back to Zentner, 3 ball. Sinks it to tie our game 3-3. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first. Chapman over to Reed, working that perimeter. Witkowski.
They're looking to go into Reisinger here on a 2-3 zone. Reisinger's active on the offensive front here. A lot of movement.
Still working the perimeter. Katie Witkowski with a look. Launches it over to Pizzoli. Jenna driving. Shot. And it just rims out. She gets her own rebound. Bloomsburg going to have it. Evans with the board. She has a couple already. Zentner bringing it up the floor. Schumann. Chapman on her like glue. Devine taking a look. Dishes out. Inside. Back to Zentner. Tornado's going to get possession after the ball goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Eric, Mount Carmel is very active on the defensive end, moving around. Like I mentioned, Sydney Reed checked into the game early. She's all over the place on the defensive end.
Witkowski taking some looks, driving. McGinley turns her away. Back out to the perimeter. Reed back to Witkowski. Passing back and forth. Katie Witkowski now controlling for the Big Red. Inside.
They're doubling on Reisinger. Knocked away.
Zentner grabs it. Come up the floor for the Panthers. Driving. Dishes. Bucket by number 32, Alyssa Schumann. Panthers have a 5-3 lead. Rachel commanding the offense. Dishes to Reed. Panthers getting another grab. Devine had it, and we have a whistle. Ava Chapman back in for the Big Red. Panthers going to have it. Devine going to inbound. Alyssa Schumann bringing it up the court, number 32. 2:28 left in the first and counting. 5-3 Panthers, and they have possession.
There's the high-low.
Devine grabs it, shoots off the rim. Reisinger gets the board.
Good board.
Tornadoes have it. Reed bringing it up. Over to Pizzoli. Over to Rachel. Reed. Top of the key. Looking. Janet Pizzoli on the wing. 3 ball. Doesn't fall. Bloomsburg grabs it. Board by Evans.
Jenna's just been a little off early in the first quarter here. Just got to keep shooting, dial it in. She'll find it.
And the bucket.
Good.
Bloomsburg with an early 7-3 lead. 1:48 left in the first. At our first timeout, we would like to thank our game sponsor this evening, Family Home Medical out of Mount Carmel. Appreciate your sponsorship on WKMC. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to our live stream this evening. Marquee state matchup, Bloomsburg Panthers, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. Panthers holding an early 7-3 lead in the first.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, it's right now on a max preps, it's the number 2 team in the state in AAA versus number 4 team in the state in AAA. And, you know, early on here, Mount Carmel, they're looking to go into Ricinger. I mentioned Bloomsburg is taking a play out of Southern Columbia. We're running at 2-3, and they're shading to Ricinger's side. So it's going to be interesting to get Jenna Pizzoli or one of the Wikoski twins or even Ava Chapman get going outside to hit some threes to get them off Chapman or off Ricinger.
Wikoski kicks to her sister, Rachel. Back over to Katie on the wing.
There's the open shot.
Rachel Wikoski
There
for
it
the
is.
3, and it falls for number 21. Cuts the lead 2-1. Panthers leading 7-6.
That's big if you're Coach Verano at Mount Carmel. That's what you need, some outside shots to get off pressure off Ricinger.
Devine inside, Zentner. 3-ball shot by Schumann, no good. Rebound. Zentner, shot, no good. Evans, put back. 9-6 Panthers. Wikoski over to Chapman. Taking that 3, off the rim. Rebound by Devine, and we have a whistle.
Tie up. Bloomsburg's possession.
Devine going to inbound to Schumann. Devine driving, dishes out. McGinley.
Tipped away.
Schumann.
They got a trap up there. Oh, she got out of it. There's the
Devine.
open guy.
And we have a whistle.
They're going to get that one on number 24, Katie Wikoski, her first of the game. I'll tell you what, though, they had the trap up top, and they got out of the trap, and they had numbers there, and Wikoski hustled over. You know, unfortunately, she got the foul, but she stopped him for getting a layup.
Number 5, Maddie Devine to the line. Shot rims out. Devine for her second. Junior sinks it. Panthers have a 10-6 lead. Tornadoes back on offense.
Just saw Coach Verano signal to her team for the last shot. The 20 seconds here, they're going to hold for the last shot, get a good look.
Chapman to Pizzoli. Back to Ava. Katie, 3-ball shot. She must have liked that look. Rims out.
Loose ball.
And Devine gets it for the Panthers. 5 seconds left in the first. Pressured by the Wikoskis. Bloomsburg's moving it. McGinley shot is going to be blocked at the end of the quarter, and that is the end of one. Bloomsburg Panthers 10, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 6. We'll be back for the second quarter. Hodges' game is not disappointing coming into it. 2 state powers, highly ranked this season, and it delivered. 4-point early lead for the Panthers. Still early, anyone's game. When you have 2 9-1 teams getting together like this, probably going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. 10-8, 10-6 coming in here to the second quarter. I mean, Mount Carmel there, like I mentioned earlier, they're trying to get the ball into Ricinger. Bloomsburg is shading to her side, like taking a play out of Southern Columbia like they did on Tuesday night. So it's got to be a Rachel Wikoski, Katie Wikoski, you know, Ava Chapman or Jenna Pizzoli to, you know, start hitting some jumpers, you know, not necessarily 3-pointers, but, you know, some outside jumpers to draw the defense off Ricinger and then go back inside.
Chapman going to inbound to start our second quarter.
Bloom's going to come out in man-to-man here. Looking for the trap.
Rachel to Katie. Evans with a steal for the Panthers, pushing it up to Zentner. And the bucket, 12-6. Panthers.
Looks like Bloomsburg is almost in the half-court trap defense there. Carmel got lucky there. Bloomsburg knocked it out of bounds, or would have been another turnover.
25 Evans doing a great job on defense for Bloomsburg as well. Tornadoes have it.
Now
Going to try to make something happen.
Bloomsburg gets back in the 2-3 zone after the half-court trap.
Reisinger dishes inside, finds the open Katie Witkowski for 2. Cuts the lead to 4, 12-8 Bloomsburg.
That's the quarterback in her again there. Getting the ball outside, finding the open girl.
And we have a whistle on the Bloomsburg possession.
That foul's going to be on 24, Katie Witkowski. It's going to be her second of the game. Mount Carmel just, you know, they're definitely giving up some size to Bloomsburg there, so they just got to continue to box out.
Evans at the stripe. Refs are going to hold her up a little bit.
The foul, he's going to change the foul. It's going to be on, he got confused by the twins there. He called it on 24 originally, came over. It's going to be on Rachel Witkowski, number 21, her first. That's almost like icing the kicker there.
And apparently it worked for the officials, I guess.
I know Bloomsburg's bench wasn't happy because she already had the ball.
She was ready to shoot. Evans for her second. Doesn't fall. Pizzoli.
Here's Chapman.
Chapman, 3-ball shot. Does not fall. Gets the rebound and the putback off the rim. Another rebound, Chapman. Katie Witkowski getting out of the scrum. And going to take some looks. Dishes to Rachel, back to Katie. Perimeter, Pizzoli, driving. Baseline, no good.
A foul. Yep. A foul on 25 for Bloomsburg. Evans. Nice take by Jenna Pizzoli. Got the baseline. Good hard drive. She's going to the foul line to shoot 2.
First one just rims out.
This would be big for Jen if she gets this one to fall.
And it does not. Evans, another rebound. She's delivering for the Panthers tonight. Second team All-State last year. She's showing why she was on that team tonight.
Mount Carmel girls playing a heck of a defense here.
Devine gets it out somehow. Bloomsburg going to maintain possession. Evans shot and sinks it. 14-8 Panthers.
There we go. A technical or a bench warning.
Officials do confirm it is a bench warning against Bloomsburg.
Yep.
So that's why the play is stopped. It's going to resume shortly.
Assistant coach bench warning. Must have said something as he was as the official was jogging up the sidelines.
Zentner stealing it, and Pizzoli steals it right back. Jenna flying down the court to the hoop. Reisinger board, doesn't fall, and Evans gets it for the Panthers.
They get a foul. They get a foul on Reisinger. They were to hold. Reisinger were to hold.
And we talked about it all season long as the inside game being the story of the contest that we have broadcast, and it took a little bit to warm up tonight, but the inside game is starting to heat up.
Absolutely. I mean, they're, especially on the defensive end for both teams, they are playing great defense. And I know both coaches might want some fouls there, but they are playing good, hard, aggressive defense on both ends of the court.
Schumann has it for the Panthers.
Sydney Reed checked in for Jenna Pizzoli on that last dead ball.
And Serrano checked in for the Panthers. She has it right now, number 12. Tried to go inside. Witkowski getting it for the Tornadoes.
Good hustle back by Bloomsburg to not give up a layup or a transition 3. Ooh, 2 girls in the same spot for Mount Carmel.
Rachel, shot. Off the rim. Schumann, board for the Panthers.
You're Mount Carmel here on defense. Just stay aggressive, box out, Your steals will happen.
Serrano. Evans. Doesn't fall. Reisinger board. Tornado's going to have it after the whistle.
And they're going to get a foul there on Evans with a hold. It's her second of the game. So 2 fouls for Evans at Bloomsburg. Bloomsburg's going to come out in a little extended 2-3. Watching for the drop to the 2-3.
Pozzoli to Chapman, back to Rachel. Driving. And left hook shot doesn't fall. Evans grabs it.
Just off. Now Carmel's just off on these layups and their jump shots.
Evans on her way to a double-double early here in this game.
Absolutely. Crashing the boards hard.
Schumann to Devine.
Good knockaway by Chapman. They're going to get a tie-up.
Jump ball.
It's going to stay with Bloomsburg.
Abby Clokus, number 15, checking in for the Big Red. Bloomsburg going to inbound under the hoop. Devine. Looking.
Knocked
Tried
away.
to go to McGinley, and Clokus gets it for the Big Red.
Clokus.
Chapman going to bring it up the floor.
Clokus came in off the bench right there and got a steal right away. She did that Tuesday as well.
Reisinger inside. Chapman.
Good defense by Evans. We're playing with 2 fouls.
Evans playing all world so far for Bloomsburg. She has it inside. Dishes.
Knocked away by Chapman.
Schumann's shot was no good. Chapman does knock it away, and we have a whistle.
It's going to be Mount Carmel stepped out of bounds when they touched the ball, so it's going to stay Bloomsburg's possession. Rachel Wachowski was hustling for the ball there. She just stepped on the line while she touched it.
Devine to inbound. Evans. To McGinley. Shot no good. Goes out. Tornado's going to have it.
Bloomsburg's dropping back into a 2-3 zone. Back in the middle, shading Alyssa Reisinger's side.
Chapman dishes over to Pozzoli. Back to Chapman.
Alyssa was calling for the ball there. She wanted it.
Reisinger inside, and it falls. Big 2-point bucket, and one for Reisinger.
I just mentioned Alyssa was calling for the ball when it was on this side with Jenna. They swung the ball around and they got it into her, and she won. I mentioned earlier, that's the quarterback on her. She's demanding the ball. She wants the ball.
Shot just rims out, and the Tornadoes are going to have it off the rebound. Pozzoli, nice hustle. Working around the perimeter. Reisinger. Evans all over.
Good defense again there by Evans.
And Bloomsburg going to have it. 14-10 Panthers, 3:28 left until halftime. We do have a whistle.
We get a block on Rachel Wachowski. That's going to be her second. One of those ones might have went either way. Got there a little late.
Katie Witkowski back in for the Red. Schumann going to inbound for the Panthers. Devine going to control over half court. Double teamed.
You get a tie-up. Good play by Clokus there again on defensive end for Mount Carmel. Abby Clokus gets a tie-up. Mount Carmel's possession. Nice 2 defensive possessions by Abby Clokus for Mount Carmel.
Witkowski inbounds. Clokus going to bring it up the floor. Tornadoes working that perimeter as they have been all first half. Looking for something. Inside, Reisinger back out to Katie Witkowski.
Bloomsburg is all over the floor playing his 2-3.
They get another turnover. McGinley gets it. Dishes up to Zentner. Shot no good. Reisinger, great board. Tornadoes working it. Witkowski to Pozzoli.
And get a foul. Number 23 from Bloomsburg. Did you mention something about 23 before the game?
23 for Bloomsburg, Cassie McGinley. Related to our athletic director, Greg Sakavich. He stopped by our floor. Reisinger sinks it. cuts it to 2. 2:39 left before half. We said it, Hodge, the inside game's warming up. It's warming up.
There's
in
a
this
turnover.
one. And a turnover.
Both teams playing great defense. They're both playing 2-3 zones. So they're both playing very aggressive, getting to the ball, not giving any open opportunities. And if you're scoring, you're working for it tonight. You are working hard to score.
Katie drives, shot, nice left hook shot, doesn't fall though. Evans, the rebound. Zentner bringing it up for the Panthers. Back to Evans. Wachowski's on her. Reisinger gets it.
Those Koski twins, they're quick with their hands. It's all that Hollywood dough they're rolling.
Tornado's down by 2. Katie dishes to Alyssa. Shot and a whistle.
All right, they might get this on number 25 for Bloomsburg. It might be Evans' 3rd foul. Yep, they got it on Evans. That's her 3rd of the game. That's
Panthers up 14-12, 1:59 left until half. Reisinger to the stripe. First one rims out. 10, Bella Pistoia checking in for Bloomsburg. And with that foul trouble, Evans is going to go to the bench, give her a little break.
Yeah, minute 59 there if you're Bloomsburg. You don't want her to pick up a silly one and get a 4th going into the second half.
Foul shot didn't fall, and the officials are signaling tornado possession.
They might get a conference here from the officials. He yelled white, pointed down the court for Bloomsburg. He did yell white in his defense. He yelled white, so
Tornado's going to have it. They have it. Clokus, shot, doesn't fall. Katie almost grabs the rebound, but eventually Zentner gets it for the Panthers, and now they're pushing up the floor. There's McGinley. Scrum on the floor, and Tornadoes are going to get it. Pizzoli.
Mount Carmel is all over the floor on the defensive end. Diving on the floor. They want the loose balls tonight.
Katie Wachowski.
Who they had Reisinger.
Looking. Inside. Reisinger posting up. Shot no good. Ava Chapman there for the putback. That doesn't fall. Pistoia rebound.
They're going to get a foul that time. Mount Carmel, they might have got away with too many jump balls and tie-ups there. They're going to call that foul there. It's going to be on Alyssa. It's going to be Alyssa's 2nd.
Rachel Witkowski checking back in. 1:25 left until half. 14-12 Panthers.
We mentioned that some of those loose balls that Mount Carmel's getting. These are the loose balls they didn't get early on against Southern on Tuesday. Now they're getting them tonight, and probably the game changer here for the first half that they're staying at 14-12 game.
Zentner bringing it up. And she's going to shoot it. Off the rim, gets her own rebound, put back, and it falls for number 11. 2 points for Brendan Zentner Jr. for Bloom.
Mount Carmel just have the box out. They find a shooter.
Panthers up 4. Chapman inside. Serrano checking back in.
56.8 here. Left to go in half.
Katie going to inbound.
Mount Carmel on a 4-low set.
Reisinger to Chapman. Ava with the shot. Rim is not forgiving in this first half. Doesn't fall. Bloomsburg has it.
No, a couple missed layups from Mount Carmel, and they might have the lead in this game.
Zentner inside. McGinley. Serrano. Shot. No good. Pizzoli rebound. 33 seconds left. Tornado's working it up. Katie back to Rachel. Back to Katie. She's driving. Reisinger tried to work it over to Chapman. Bloomsburg gets it.
Walk. They got over to walk. The defense and the pressure by Mount Carmel got Bloomsburg to turn it over there with a walk. Mount Carmel has this little, I believe they're trying to go dribble drive and give it to Reisinger, and then Reisinger's supposed to give it off to the guard. They have it there. It's just got to be a quicker pass.
Chapman doesn't fall. Katie Wachowski rebound.
They got 8 seconds.
Pizzoli, 3-ball. Reisinger, as the first half expires, the shot is no good at the half. Close game, Bloomsburg Panthers 16, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 12. Hodge and I will be back after the halftime break.
Slower tonight. Slower pace. Hopefully it's that basket.
Welcome back, everybody, to WKMC. Our second half's about to begin. Bloomsburg holding a 16-12 lead against Tornadoes. Third quarter underway. Zentner going to control. We mentioned Evans was All-State. Zentner was the Heartland Conference Division II MVP last season as well, so Bloomsburg star-studded. They have a 4-point lead as we start our second half. Team switched back baskets, Hodge, and here we go.
Yep, Mount Carmel comes out in our 2-3 zone here. Playing aggressive. Ooh, got away with a walk.
Inside, Pistoia with the putback.
Maybe shuffled her feet there. Mount Carmel still got a
18-12 Panthers. Tornadoes have it, 7:21 early in the third. Katie Wachowski up to the top. Rachel commanding around that perimeter. Tornadoes trying to find something. Katie Wachowski in a pull up. Three doesn't fall. Pizzoli rebound.
nice fight by Pizzoli there.
Chappie. Backside. Wachowski's. Katie drives, shoots. Doesn't fall again. Evans with the board.
Just off.
Panthers going to bring it up. Schumann to Devine. Pistoia. And that's 4 points early in this quarter for number 10, Bella Pistoia, for the Panthers.
A nice little jumper there by Pistoia.
2012 Bloomsburg Tornadoes looking to cut that deficit on this possession. Try to go inside to Reisinger. Rachel.
They're going to get a foul. That's going to be a number 10, Pistoia, for Bloomsburg, her second. And real quick in the first half there, Alyssa Reisinger led Mount Carmel with 5 points and 6 rebounds. And for Bloomsburg, Zettner led the team with 9 points.
Inbound to Reisinger. Pizzoli. Chapman. Tornadoes working that perimeter. Bloomsburg stout on defense. Reisinger inside. And it just rims out. Rims are not forgiving tonight for the Tornadoes. They have it back, though. Pizzoli shot. And it drops.
That one went in.
Cuts the lead to 6, 20-14, 5:47 left in the third.
Again, Aaron, we said this on Tuesday. That's Jenna Pizzoli's first points come in the second half. See if she can get hot like she did against Southern and light the spark for Mount Carmel.
Schumann to Zentner. Inside.
It's going to be off Bloomsburg, Mount Carmel's possession.
Pizzoli controlling for the Tornadoes. Wachowski to her sister Rachel. Inside, Reisinger. Shot. Doesn't fall.
It's going to be a white ball. Mount Carmel stays possession.
Evans knocked it out. She's all over the place. Tornadoes going to keep it.
Yeah, Mount Carmel definitely giving up some height there with Zettner and Evans underneath.
Rachel, top of the key, drives in the paint to her sister. Katie, shot. Rims out. Evans snags it. Bloomsburg has it. Under 5 minutes with a 6-point lead in the third. Schumann. Zentner on the wing, inside to Evans, and Pistoia.
And a walk. Thought Pistoia there might have had a little jump shot like she did a couple of possessions ago, but she opted for the pass, and she walked before she could make the pass.
Yeah, I thought she was going to go an early 3 for 3 here in the third quarter, but whistle stopped that. Tornadoes have it.
Looks like Bloomsburg switching here to a matchup zone, and they're doubling down inside on Reisinger. Number 32 for Bloomsburg, Schumann. She is all over the court, denying any guard that comes to her side. There's a little matchup zone here. Now watch for the double.
Inside to Chapman. Doesn't fall. Evans snags it. 25 controlling for Bloomsburg. She's going to bring it up. Gets it over to Zentner. Pistoia inside. Evans in the paint. Moving.
Nice move.
Shot. Rims out, Reisinger with the board. Very nice shot by Evans in that last possession.
Beautiful move by Evans to get to the basket there.
Witkowski. Tornadoes down 6. Rachel. Chapman gets it over to Pozzoli. Inside. Witkowski. To Witkowski. Shot doesn't fall. Bloomsburg going to get it.
Blocked by Pistoia there for Bloomsburg. Like I mentioned, they're tall and long.
Zentner. Witkowski almost forces a turnover, but Zentner gets it back. Whistle. Klokas back in for the Big Red. And McGinley back in for the Panthers. Single substitution for each team. 3:17 left in the third. Katie Witkowski to Chapman. Katie gets it back from Reisinger and the putback. 2 more points for number 24. Cuts the lead to 4. 2016 Bloomsburg.
That was a very nice offensive set by Mount Carmel there. See if they can get a stop here on defense.
Devine.
There's Klokas.
15. Klokas.
Yeah, tie up, jump ball. Thought maybe they had a walk on either Mount Carmel or Bloomsburg, but then you tie up for a jump ball, and Coach Verano's going to use a timeout.
Full timeout for Coach Verano and the Tornadoes. Once again, we'd like to thank our game sponsor, Family Home Medical, Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, giving you all your medical needs, located on Oak Street. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's game. And as we move through this third quarter, 2 minutes, 47 seconds left. Low scoring affair. Panthers have a 4-point lead, 20-16. And we'll see how the pace of this game goes down the stretch. I think so far with the lead, Hodge, pace is favoring Bloomsburg.
Absolutely. I mean, Mount Carmel's playing aggressive defense like they were in the first half here to start the third quarter. Just not getting the knockaways like they did earlier. But Mount Carmel last possession had a very nice offensive set where they went all 4 corners of the court. They swung the ball all the way around, got the ball inside, and they had the cutter coming down with Koski, and she was able to make the layup that time, because a couple times they're just missing on their layups, you know, and they're getting the ball up on the rim. It's just not falling down for them.
And it was definitely a good spot to take that timeout for Coach Verano. Regroup the troops, and Tornadoes are going to inbound.
They come out in a box set here. Look for the double screens. There's double screen.
Pozzoli, 3-shot, just rims out again. Zentner has it for the Panthers.
Mount Carmel just has to stay aggressive on the defensive end. They'll get their turnovers, they'll get their fast breaks, as long as they keep staying aggressive and playing good defense.
Schumann tries to go inside. Tornadoes get it. Katie Witkowski driving. Thought she was going to go to the hoop, but she pulled up. Reisinger to Pozzoli. Pozzoli to the hoop. Doesn't fall. Evans gets it. Panthers have it back.
Good look by Mount Carmel there, though. If you're Mount Carmel here,
Devine hook shot, no good. Tornadoes have it again.
So I was just going to mention, if you're Mount Carmel here, you look to go to Chapman.
Ava Chapman to the hoop and to the score. 2-point score for number 2.
That's her first 2 of the
Ava
game.
Chapman.
It's her first 2 points of the game. I was going to mention before. They're looking for Jenna on the outside 3-pointers. It's just not falling for her right now. Chapman's your next best option. I think you try to go to her.
Possession going to stay with Bloomsburg. Lead is cut to 2. 1:41 left in the third. 20-18 Panthers. And I think as the speed of this game increases, it definitely favors the Tornadoes.
Definitely does favor Mount Carmel. I mean, Bloomsburg, you know, they're not playing slow, but they, like I mentioned, they have the length and the height difference where they want to, you know, get into an offensive set and work it inside to their taller girls. And that was going to be a turnover there on the out-of-bounds play, Mount Carmel's possession. And here comes Bloomsburg with some pressure here.
Witkowski going to inbound. Klokas has it.
Coming with a 1-2. 1-2-2. They have a wide open girl under the basket. They can get it to her. They have Reisinger wide open.
Witkowski gets it to her. Bloomsburg did catch up. Reisinger, great shot. And a score to tie up this game 20-all with 1:22 remaining in the third. Tornadoes heating up, Hodge.
They are, yeah, and I mentioned it. They had Reisinger open early, but she had to work for that one. Good knockaway by Pizzoli. Mount Carmel is, like I mentioned, we mentioned it all game, but they're playing very aggressive. They're getting tip passes, getting knockaways, and that's going to lead to Mount Carmel, fast breaks or turnovers for Bloomsburg. Mount Carmel's
Schumann. Great defense by the Tornadoes. They have it. Rachel Wikoski.
Good hustle to Bloomsburg to get back and not give up the layup.
Clokus.
Clokus playing big minutes here for Mount Carmel.
Reisinger inside. She drives.
Nice move. Good defense, though, by Evans there playing with 3 fouls. Good defense.
And Evans brings it up the floor. She's moving. Shot by Schumann, and it falls. Panthers regain the lead by 2, 22-20.
There's great defense by Evans there. Even though she has the 3 fouls, she played good aggressive defense and got the run out.
Sydney Reed to Rachel around the perimeter for the Tornadoes. Try to go inside to Reisinger. No whistle. Panthers have it.
They're letting them play here. It's both sides of the ball. They're letting them play aggressive. Might be a turnover by Bloom. Ball don't lie.
Ball just rolls out of bounds. Tornadoes are going to have it.
Alyssa Reisinger took a fall there. Mount Carmel bench wanted to push from the back, and as they were complaining and arguing for the push in the back, Bloomsburg just threw it out of bounds.
Reed going to inbound.
They have 10 seconds here. They have plenty of time to get a good shot.
Pizzoli. Out to Chapman. Under 5 seconds. Katie Wikoski, 3-ball shot.
Hit the wire. Hit the wire. It's going to be dead ball. Bloomsburg's possession with .7.
And that will be the end of the third quarter. Your score at the end of 3. Bloomsburg Panthers 22, Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes 20. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after a short break. Both coaches huddling up here before the start of the fourth quarter.
There's a little conversation here about the possession arrow. I don't know. I think both books had opposite directions. I'm not sure the scores table's behind us tonight. So usually we could see the scores table when there's only one set of bleachers down, but we can't see from this angle. And unfortunately, I wasn't keeping track of jump ball possession arrows.
Yeah, we may have gotten some opinionated audibles from the crowd there as the officials were trying to set it straight to scorer's table as well. But we're ready to start our fourth quarter, and
it's going to be Bloomsburg's possession. So Bloomsburg is going to have the ball here to start the fourth quarter. Here we go, Aaron.
Fourth quarter underway.
Got there in the third quarter there, Aaron, for Mount Carmel. Zettner was leading the team with 9 points going into the half. They held her scoreless.
McGinley's shot falls. Panthers up 4 early in the fourth, 24-20. Tornadoes looking to match it. Panthers get it back off a turnover. Pizzoli fighting for it. It's going to stay with Bloomsburg.
As you say, it's going to be off Jenna's knee.
Pistoia checking back in for the Panthers. They're up 4, 7 and change left in this one between two state powers in AAA.
We're getting our money's worth here, Aaron.
Zentner to the hoop. Rims out. Pizzoli rebound. Tornadoes bringing it up. Chapman over to Pizzoli. Katie to Reed. Katie gets it back. Driving. Wikoski shot, and it falls. Cuts the lead to 2, 24-22. Big bucket for number 24, Katie Wikoski. Under 7 minutes.
Gotta get back, 2-on-1.
Evans, and it falls for her as well, 26-22. And pace has definitely increased, Hodge. Here we go, fourth quarter action.
Yep, Mount Carmel came out there with a full court press, so.
Wikoski back to the hoop, back-to-back buckets for number 24. Cuts that lead to 26-24.
Mount Carmel on their full court press here, trying to speed up the game. Gotta get back though.
Stoya to Evans.
Just the height.
Stoya rims out.
It's gonna stay Bloomsburg possession. The height there for Bloomsburg is the advantage there.
Rachel Wikoski checking back in. McGinley gonna inbounds for the Panthers on the baseline.
Coming out, Bloomsburg's in the box set here. Look for the screens and then look for the double screen.
Inside, Evans, bucket falls. Panthers back up for 28-24, 6:15 left in this one. Tornadoes still moving a little bit. And gonna set up a little bit more on this offensive possession.
They're gonna get a set here. They're gonna get Chapman off the screens.
Chapman back to Pizzoli. Rachel, Katie. Wikoski's exchanging over to Pizzoli. Shot under the hoop. Schumann grabbed that rebound and we have a jump ball.
Yep, he did tie up. Good job by Alyssa getting her hands on the ball, not picking up her third foul here in the fourth quarter. Mount Carmel's a 4-low set on inbound.
Wikoski, three shot. Her sister Katie gets the rebound. Schumann.
Mount Carmel's getting it back. Bloomsburg's pushing.
Zentner.
It's gonna be knocked off Chapman. Knocked out of bounds on Chapman.
Panthers up 4, 5:30 left. They have it. McGinley gonna inbound again.
Here comes, watch Evans on the block again. Looking to go to her again.
Stoya, Evans. Inside, Schumann, and it falls. Lead up to 6, 30-24.
They had timeout Bloomsburg after the made basket. It's gonna be a full timeout.
Full timeout for Bloomsburg, and they are up 6. Coach Whitman gonna talk to his team with the lead, while Coach Verano gets some time to talk to the Tornadoes. Big 5 minutes left in this game. Tornadoes down 6. And Hodge, for this opponent, again for the Tornadoes, this is one of our Heartland Conference matchups. So, you know, regardless of what happens tonight, obviously both teams are going to want to win, but they're going to play each other again this season. And this game did not disappoint. We have another close one. A lot of quality basketball in the Heartland. And Tornadoes playing a quality schedule this season. You know, they're 9-1 against superior opponents. And we'll see how this one plays out as we go down to the wire. Probably going to have another down-to-the-wire game.
Yeah, if you're Bloomsburg, you were thrilled right now because your leading scorer going into half, I mentioned earlier, was Zentner with 9. They have multiple scoring from different athletes here with Pistoia with 4 in the second half here. Evans with a quick 4 to add to her 6 that she had. And Schumann with a quick 4. If you're Mount Carmel, Katie Wikoski is, you know, she's telling the team to get on her back right now. She's leading the team in the second half with 6 points for a 10 total.
Wikoski's and Evans hawked it. She gets it out to Zentner.
Great play by Clokus to get back on defense there. She's playing a heck of a defensive game for Mount Carmel. Hustling back on defense.
Devine going to inbound.
They're in a box set. Here comes Evans.
Zentner. Back to Devine. Bucket falls and the whistle.
There, the height, we mentioned a couple times. I mentioned it probably more than a couple. The height for Bloomsburg. Mount Carmel had a trap on the baseline there, but with the height, they were able to look over top of it and find the open Evans, or the open Devine.
Foul shot falls.
She capitalizes on a 3-point play.
33-24, Bloomsburg. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left.
They have Alyssa.
Bucket falls for Reisinger. And 1.
They're going to call that on, they call that 25, Aaron? That's going to be on Evans. That's her 4th of the game with 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Lead currently cut to 7. Reisinger going to head to the stripe.
Bloomsburg bench was definitely not happy there. With Evans picking up her 4th.
Reisinger sinks it. We have a whistle.
The basket's going to count, Aaron, and it's going to be a foul on Evans, and it's going to be her 5th. And it's going to stay. It's going to stay Mount Carmel's possession. The basket's going to count for Reisinger, and that's going to be Evans' 5th foul on the foul shot, and Mount Carmel's going to get possession underneath.
Foul shot count.
Foul shot counts. It was after she made it. She made the foul shot. Foul shot's good, so it should be.
There we go. Scorekeeper finally updated. 33 to 27.
It was after the make. They got a push on Evans on the box out. Her 5th foul. Mount Carmel has it underneath.
Here we go. Katie.
They got a walk. She was thinking too much there. She wanted to pass back to Jenna, and she drug her foot for a walk.
Bloomsburg going to have it just under 5 minutes. Lead 6, 33-27. McGinley.
This will be a throwaway. Great defense by Abby Clokus. Abby Clokus forced her to go sideline there. Oh, they're going to have the official signal the tip ball. It's going to stay Bloomsburg's possession. And I think Bloomsburg's going to call a timeout, or officials are going to talk. It's going to be a timeout, Bloomsburg. Okay, so it looked like a turnover on Bloomsburg's end there, but it's going to stay Bloomsburg's ball on a tip, and then Bloomsburg uses a timeout. That was right in front of us, Aaron. I don't know if I missed it, if you saw it, but either way, it's going to stay Bloomsburg's possession, and I think it's going to be underneath their basket. I guess, yep, referee standing underneath the basket. It's going to be Bloomsburg's possession out of this timeout.
They have a 6-point lead, 4:47 left. Just looking ahead a little bit to next week, if you're following the Red Tornadoes girls basketball team. Schedule Friday, January 13th at Loyalsock. And the next game after that is Tuesday, January 17th at Hughesville. So Tornadoes going to head to the road for a couple after this one.
Here comes their box
But they're not
set.
thinking about that yet. So Bloomsburg going to inbounds. Schumann shot, no good. Rebound, Rachel Witkowski.
They're looking to run here, Aaron.
Chapman. Rachel over to Jenna. Chapman, inside, Reisinger. Dishes. Katie Witkowski with another bucket. Cuts the lead to 4, 33-29.
Mount Carmel going to press here. They're pressuring the ball.
Schumann.
Just over an amount of time, Aaron.
Schumann gets it back off the rim. Devine tries to get it. Chapman does get it for the Red Tornadoes. McGinley got it back. Pistoia shot no good. Katie Witkowski over there with Pistoia. Bloomsburg possession.
I think Katie might have thought it was tipped off somebody else, so she kind of just let it slide out of bounds there. If she would have grabbed that, Mount Carmel would have stayed possession, would have got possession.
Serrano back in for Bloomsburg. McGinley shot. She sinks it. 35-29, up by 6. Tornadoes looking to cut it on this possession. 3:50 left. Pizzoli shoots it. Rims. Schumann gets it over to Zentner. Bloomsburg going to have it.
They're going to slow it up.
Chapman with a break on it. We have a whistle. Going to stay with Bloomsburg. McGinley going to inbounds to Zentner.
Looks like Mount Carmel switched. They're going man-to-man here. We got a timeout. Timeout before the 5-second call.
Bloomsburg, 3:21 left, 35-29 Panthers.
It was a good call there by the Bloomsburg coach. They were on the verge of getting a 5-second violation. Mount Carmel switched up from a 2-3 zone there. They went man-to-man. You know, lockdown defense there, and Bloomsburg coach smartly called a timeout there, quick 30-second timeout before the violation and turnover.
Both coaches rallying their teams in the huddles. This one's going to come down to the wire.
If you're Mount Carmel here, especially with Evans out of the game with her 5th foul, you got to go to Reisinger inside and look to work that high-low and look for the kick. Jenna's going to make a big one here, or Chapman.
Schumann going to inbound to Zentner. Back to Schumann. Pozzoli on her to Devine. Devine trying to make something happen. Katie Bukowski all over her on defense. Ball goes out. Pistoia has it to Zentner.
Looks like they're trying to pull it out.
Tornadoes pressuring on defense there. Zentner throws it up and there's a whistle.
They're going to get a block on Reisinger. They're going to get a blocking foul on Reisinger. It's going to be her 3rd, and Pistoia is going to go to the foul, or sorry, Zentner is going to go to the foul line to shoot 2. So there was a moment there on that possession there where bodies were flying, the ball was knocked away. Mount Carmel had a couple opportunities. Bloomsburg grabbed it, and they got rewarded by going to the foul line.
Zentner for a second. That does fall. 36-29, 2:55 and counting left.
That's Zentner's first basket of the second half, her first point. Now she's playing a big role here on defense for Bloomsburg. She's matched up against Reisinger in that little matchup zone.
Inside Reisinger. Bucket doesn't fall. She gets her own rebound, and the putback does fall for number 42. Big bucket for Alyssa Reisinger, and the whistle. So currently we're 36-31, Reisinger to the stripe.
There, nothing's coming easy for Alyssa today on the inside, especially with the matchup of Evans and Zentner. I think maybe that's her 2nd and 1 tonight. She might be missing on purpose to get fouled and then make the basket and get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Rims out, Pozzoli snags it, Tornadoes still have it. Witkoski, 2:31 left. Tornadoes down 5.
They're still looking to go in.
Pozzoli and Schumann gets it. Bloomsburg has it. Nice recovery by Chapman on defense. She's going to the hoop. No bucket. Great hustle by Ava Chapman on that last defensive possession. Tornado's going to hold it. Witkoski also with a great hustle.
Smartly pulled it out. Loose ball there. They want to pull it out.
Clokas to Reisinger. Over to Katie Witkoski. Shot and a whistle.
The heads up play there by Mount Carmel on the takeaway. Just missed the layup, got the offensive board. It was a little chaotic there. Pull it out, get your offensive set. You're going to the foul line for 2.
Katie for her first. Rims out. 2-4 gets another.
A lot of those tonight, Aaron. Just on the rim, rolled around and out.
That one doesn't drop either. Pozzoli tried to get it, but Zentner pulls it away. Bloomsburg bringing it up. McGinley. Tornadoes. And Katie Witkoski with a great steal. She's looking for something. Reisinger.
Walk. She got to walk. She walked before the dribble. Gonna be a timeout. Coach Verano. That's a tough one there. It's the referees. They call it all the time. You got to put the ball on the floor first. It's a little ticky-tacky, but you see it called all the time. You got to put the ball on the floor first. Drag the foot. It's a walk.
Serrano checking back in after we break from the timeout for the Panthers.
So, Coach Verano there called a 30-second timeout. I think just to calm the girls down. Minute 41. We've been here before. Against Southern, kind of same situation. A couple more seconds on the clock when they were down here, but they're going to get into a full court press here and pressure the heck out of Bloomsburg. And look for a turnover, look for a walk. You know, I think Bloomsburg went to the bench here, you mentioned, with number 12, Serrano. I think get another ball handler on the floor because they know the pressure's coming from Mount Carmel.
Tornadoes need at least 2 buckets. Bloomsburg working it, Devine.
And the trap, the height.
Zentner, whistle.
Get a push. They're going to get a push from behind. They get a foul on 24 from Mount Carmel. It's going to be Katie Wikoski. That's only their 3rd team foul for Mount Carmel.
McGinley inbounding to Serrano. Zentner.
Mount Carmel playing aggressive D. Looking for
Schumann.
a turnover. Maybe a foul. Foul away from the basket. With that foul there on Aaron, number 21, Rachel Wikoski.
Panthers inbounding.
There's a trap opportunity there on the corner.
McGinley got it off the inbound. Have our whistle.
It's going to be Rachel Wikoski's 3rd, team's 5th.
McGinley now inbounding to Devine. And
Get tie up.
jump ball called by the officials.
They had an opportunity there for the steal. Bloomsburg Smart got their hands on it for the tie up.
1:15 left. Panthers going to inbound yet again.
They just see Mount Carmel going to trap the inbounder here. Instead of fouling right away, just trap the inbounder. There's a trap opportunity.
Zentner triple teamed.
And they got the quick foul. It's going to be their team's 6th. Going to be on Abby Clokus, her 1st. Okay, Mount Carmel, they were smart there. They could trap the inbounder, see if they could throw it away instead of fouling there. Minute 12.
Devine to Zentner. Schumann, Wikoski going for it.
That's going to be on Wikoski, Katie Wikoski. It's going to be her 4th.
Great sportsmanship too, helping her up at the end.
Yep, that's going to be a 1-on-1. Like you mentioned earlier, Aaron, about these teams seeing each other twice this year. These teams have seen each other a lot over the past couple of years. So a lot of familiar faces on the court.
Schumann to the stripe for Bloomsburg.
It'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity.
Doesn't fall. Reisinger grabs the board. Katie Wikoski has it. Minute 5, Chapman. Over to Katie. 3-ball shot. And it falls. 3 points for number 24, Katie Wikoski. Balling out here in the second half. 2 4s on fire here this game for the Big Red.
You are right, Aaron. And I said earlier it might come from, the big shot might come from Bozzoli. But at that point there, it came from Katie Wikoski. Unexpected hero, maybe.
Cuts the lead to 2. Panthers up 36-34. 58.6 seconds left in this one. And again, we have a game that, as promised, it delivered, Hodge. And 2 state powers, under a minute, 2-point game.
Yep, the viewers and the spectators in the stands are getting their money's worth tonight. But if you're Mount Carmel, Katie Wikoski has been the hot hand here, and pretty much the whole game. She has 4 fouls. So Mount Carmel here with 58.6 seconds. Bloomsburg has to go to length of the court. They got to worry about the 10-second violation in the backcourt. But at this point, you want to, if you have to, Katie Wikoski's going to have to foul. But with her having a hot hand on the offensive end right now, you do not want her to pick up her 5th foul. Mount Carmel's going to get into their traditional full court press.
Here we go, Hodge.
Look for them to double on the inbound here. Rachel Wikoski playing off the ball. Watch for her to follow to guard.
McGinley inbounding.
Here comes
Zentner.
a double.
Schumann. Back to Zentner. Tornadoes pressing.
Yeah, timeout. 9.9 seconds, I think, there, Aaron.
They pushed it to the limit.
He got the timeout. You heard the whistle. You didn't know which way it was coming from.
Coach must have had the iPhone 14 stopwatch there with that 9.9 seconds. He strategically called it.
But here's the only problem for Bloomsburg is the ball's still in the backcourt. So Mount Carmel's going to have another opportunity at a 10-second backcourt violation because they're playing aggressive and they're doubling the ball. But the key here is for Bloomsburg, they get the ball into number 11, Zettner. She's taller than anyone else on the court and can see through the double team. So she can find the open player with her height advantage. So watch for that to happen here again. You know, they want to get Zettner the ball. She's been the best player on the court for Bloomsburg tonight. Get her the ball, and then Mount Carmel's going to double. They have to double 49.1 seconds.
Tornadoes look ready. They break the huddle. Starting 5 on the floor for the Tornadoes. Panthers breaking. They're going to have it. McGinley going to inbound. Zentner. Chapman on her.
Here comes the double.
She almost loses it.
Yep. That's going to be a foul on Wikoski. It's going to be her third. That's going to be a team's 8, so it's 1-on-1 here.
Serrano. To the stripe. For Bloomsburg.
1-on-1 opportunity.
Might be asking Joe Boo for some good luck here.
Big opportunity for the sophomore here.
And she sinks it. Lead is 3, 37-34 Panthers.
For Mount Carmel here, you got a box out for the miss.
Serrano, second one falls too. 38-34, 43 seconds left. Katie Wikoski has it for the Tornadoes over to Chapman.
You don't need a 3 yet.
Inside Reisinger to Pizzoli. Shot, and it falls. Timeout, Mount Carmel area.
Nice possession by Mount Carmel.
Only took them 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds, actually 9.9. Exactly.
A great possession there by Mount Carmel. They went into Reisinger. They fed off Reisinger, like we mentioned a couple times today, last broadcast. Reisinger was the quarterback there, dished it off to Pizzoli, and she got the layup. Now,
lead is 2 for the Panthers, 38-36. You have 33 seconds left.
Now, if you're Mount Carmel, this is your kind of game right here. They have to go the length of the court. Bloomsburg has to handle the ball. But like I mentioned, look for Zettner. You know, get the ball in and look over top of the double team or the trap. Mount Carmel came close in the last possession when they had to go full court was to get the 10-second call. Because you don't want to necessarily foul in the backcourt. If you can get the 10-second call and still be 23 seconds left, that's plenty of time for Mount Carmel to get a basket. But once they get the ball across half court, you know, you got to look to foul and not give up too much time because you want to get the ball back here. Because it's still 1-on-1.
Okay, teams are going to set up.
They're going to have
McGinley, no surprise, going to inbound.
and they're going to have that Zettner and Schumann up top.
Zettner gets it. Tornadoes all over her. She breaks out of it, though. Zettner to Devine.
I think they're going to get a foul on Pizzoli. One-on-one opportunity for Mount Carmel. Again, it's 1-on-1, so Mount Carmel, Jenna, Alyssa, Wikoski, and Chapman got a box out here. Look to outlet and push it up the court.
Maddie Devine at the stripe. It falls. Lead is 3. 39-36. 22.2 left.
It's her 4th point of the quarter on that foul shot. Looking to go for 5 of the quarter.
And it falls. 40-36, 4-point lead for the Panthers.
Mount Carmel, you got to push the ball up the court, get a good look.
Katie Wikoski to Chapman, 3-shot. Boom! 3-point bucket for Ava Chapman, 1-point lead for Bloomsburg. 40-39. Chapman shot the lights out on that one. Big 3 bucket.
That looked good as soon as it left her hands. We're going to get Jenna Pizzoli. going to be her second foul. It's getting loud in here, Aaron.
We said it before, when it's heating up for the crowd at this point in the game. 12.7 remaining. Bloomsburg, 40-39. Zentner going to be at the line.
It's going to be two foul shots here for Zentner. 2 foul shots.
First one, rims out. Zentner going to head to the for her second.
Mount Carmel has no timeout, so they're going to have to push the ball up the court and get a good look here. Got box out.
And that one falls. Quick timeout by Bloomsburg.
That's going to be Bloomsburg's last, Aaron. So now with no timeouts on the court.
No timeouts, and we are at 41-39 Panthers, 12.7 left. Coming down to the wire here on WKMC.
Like you mentioned, Aaron, 12.7. That's plenty of time for Mount Carmel to get a good look. Plenty of time for them to push the ball up the court. If they want to go back into Reisinger, like they did a couple possessions, and have her dish it off to Jenna or Chapman, or look for the open shooter. I mean, right now Chapman, hitting the 3 there, she has definitely some confidence. Katie Wachowski definitely has some confidence hitting that big 3 here in the fourth quarter, but you have plenty of time if you're Coach Verano, Mount Carmel, with 12.7 to push the ball the full length of the court and to go into an offensive set. You can go inside the Reisinger if you want and have her, go to the basket, look for a foul, or, you could look to go that high-low option like they have a couple of times and let Reisinger play quarterback and find the open girl. But Bloomsburg, they're gonna have to come out man-to-man. They're not gonna be able to slack off here and let Mount Carmel get the ball up the court easily. And they're gonna, just like I said, they're gonna come full court press, pressure on the ball.
Wachowski inbounds to Chapman, up the floor, whistle.
They're gonna get a block. They're gonna get a block, and that's team sixth. So one more, they're gonna shoot one-on-one, so they can't afford to foul here.
Wachowski gonna inbound.
One more foul will put Mount Carmel on the foul line.
Pozzoli, under 10. Pozzoli. And we have a whistle on a double dribble call by the official. Bloomsburg gonna take it. 5.4 seconds left. They have a 2-point lead.
Mount Carmel's got to look to get a steal here on the inbound or foul right away.
Bloomsburg inbounding. Ooh, and eventually Schumann gets it. And we have another whistle.
Could be 2 foul shots for Bloomsburg. But with 2.2 on a miss, Mount Carmel will still have time to push the ball up the court.
23, Cassie McGinley to the line. Knocks it down, 42-39. 2.2 left.
Here you go, Eric.
Second one, no good.
Plenty of time.
Chapman fires it at the end, and it's no good. Your final score in an epic battle of 2 of the greatest teams in the state of Pennsylvania in 2023 Scholastic Basketball. Bloomsburg Panthers 42, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 39, another barn burner. Bloomsburg is going to improve to 10-1 on the season. Tornadoes are going to drop to 9-2. Schedule has them next Friday at Loyalsock. Our next broadcast here on WKMC is going to be next Saturday as the boys basketball team hosts Loyalsock here at the Mount Carmel area gymnasium. So if you can follow. Also, an additional broadcast this week will be wrestling on Tuesday evening on WKMC. And your commentators will be Greg Sakavich and Ron Lentini. If you've been following us this season on our basketball broadcasts, we started awarding tornadoes of the game, and we have our tornado of the game for tonight. And our tornado of the game in this contest is senior guard number 24, Katie Wikoski. Big time performance, and a valiant effort. Finished with 15 points for the Big Red. She is our tornado of the game. Once again, your final score, Bloomsburg Panthers 42, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 39. As we said earlier, these two teams are going to meet again on the hardwood this season. Thanks for tuning in to WKMC. Along with Tyler Hodge, I'm Aaron Demansky, and we hope you have a good night.